want to get down and see if I can get on his trail at all. I don't want to bump him, but I want to see if I can mark something before dark. Get down and see what happens. See what happens. Alright, good evening everybody. I'm out here. It's Monday morning and I am out here on some public land. I've actually scouted postseason. A couple years ago we came in here and scouted, and I'm talking about really went through some effort. We put a boat in just back up the road here from where I'm leaving right now. It's almost 1 o'clock, it's 12:40. I didn't hunt this morning because I really didn't have a place narrowed down in here. It's bucks only rifle season in here this week. I think for the next 2 weeks. I think it just started, but I know it's open. Oh, woods look good over here. What y'all? Oh, it just logged in there. I thought a bunch of blowdowns at first, but no, that's definitely they thinned it. I think since I've been in here last. Anyway, we had put it, I think 2 years ago. Anyway, we put a boat in just out of the back of the truck. No trailer, no nothing. Couldn't have a motor on it because it would have been a motorized vehicle and it wasn't a public boat ramp. I don't remember all the rules, but we paddled a couple miles back in there and up a bayou. Thought we was getting in a triangle where nobody had access to, and man, we were just really disappointed in the deer sign, the lack of deer sign. And I got to thinking about a place, you know, and I went here, rode my four-wheeler in. My plan was to scout a place out and hunt this evening, and then if I didn't kill anything, maybe leave that stand in there and come back in the morning and hunt it again and then go from there. But I walked way back in there, like, I don't know, a pretty good walk. Super disappointed in the deer sign I was finding. Again, the lack of deer sign I was finding. It's just hard for me to get motivated to climb a tree and hunt when I have no confidence and I wasn't seeing anything that made me believe I was going to see a deer, or especially have a chance of killing a good buck. And then so I'm just racking my brain going in there, man, are you really gonna sit here this evening, or you just want to turn around and leave right now? And my gut was telling me to turn around and leave. And so I got about a quarter mile or so left to where I got, you know, where I was at walking till I get to a tree I marked the last time I was in there. And anyway, I stopped because I realized I forgot my headlight battery charging in my truck. So all I had was a light on my GoPro and my cell phone light, and I didn't really feel that good with being that deep in there, especially if I ended up shooting something, you know, late. I said, man, I gotta walk all the way back to the truck and get that damn four-wheeler and then get on it and then go all the way to the truck, get that dang battery for my flashlight. And I said, you know what, I ain't either. I'm just going to the four-wheeler, packing up, riding to the truck, loading up, getting out of here, and heading to the another end. It's a pretty big reserve, pretty big WMA here. Now we ended up going and scouting the another part of it. Pretty good drive from here. Totally different area, you know, even different terrain. But I was very impressed with the deer sign over there. I can't remember very many details. I just remember there being tons of really big deer tracks and some good deer sign. And But I don't know. I'm gonna get over there. I'm kind of speed scouting because I probably got a 20, 30 minute, I'm guessing, drive, something like that. And then I got a, man, I really want to be in a tree by 3 o'clock. But we'll see. Main thing, I don't want to mess anybody else's hunting up, so I get over and find the places that are in where there isn't anybody, and get in a tree and see if I can't look up and kill a big elusive Louisiana public land buck. Alright, I finally got over here on the other end of this WMA I was telling y'all about. I guess I'll try to talk a little bit louder. I made a bunch of noise getting in here anyway. It's dry. It's dry. I don't know what I don't really know what I want to say or where I want to start. But I just try to keep from rambling. So I drove over here, got on the ATV trail, you know, came back in here in the woods that I was thinking about, and I know it's dry, and that's a lot of reasons we can't see the tracks, which I'm where I parked my four-wheeler, not very far from here. I saw some big deer tracks in there anyway, so I came over. I ended up looking, I was just looking off four-wheeler riding down in these woods. That ATV trail don't look normal, like a normal ATV trail, but it is. I mean, it's on the map and it's got a sign that says ATV only, but one day in here scouting and went quite a long ways. And if the ATV trail ended, they never had a sign saying it ended, so, but when we scouted, we went. We came out somewhere else, I think, eventually. I can't really remember, but we went a very long ways in there. But anyway, I was looking and I saw where the woods opened up in here. There was some big, you know, around them water holes and stuff, there was some big tracks up there. I remember last time when we scouted, I remember thinking that the population, everything pointed to a high density, like, you know, like a good bit of deer was in here, like a high population, was just deer tracks everywhere, big deer tracks everywhere, and hog tracks everywhere too. Now I saw very little hog sign. I ain't really seen any hog sign anywhere today. I mean, I've seen some, but not much. But on this ATV road, around a couple of, you know, mud puddles, had a little bit of water around them, and where it would get soft, and you could see there wasn't no leaves. There was some deer tracks, and there was some big deer tracks. So, I don't know. This, you know, honestly, just the one time I've been scouting and then coming here today, I don't know this place very well. Josh was scouting last week or the week before on another place. I've never been in here, but he, never been in there. But he was over last week and said he found some ridiculous deer sign. When I say sign, I'm talking about rubs, scrapes. I have not found one. I found one before I left the other place where I forgot my battery to my flashlight, which I have now. But I found one rub in there, and I think it was from like early season because I didn't see anything on the ground under it. It was this year, but it wasn't real recent. But I don't know. I'm in some deery looking woods. I like this spot. You know, I'm kind of back towards my four-wheeler here. It's pretty open. That's what I was looking up in here, and I just got off, started walking, and it was a little after 2 o'clock, and I got over here, and I said, man, I just got to find a tree and just climb and hope for the best, and that's pretty much what I'm doing. I'm not going to lie to nobody. I mean, I don't have extremely high hopes that I'm going to kill a deer, but you know, if I do, it was luck. I'm not even going to sit here and try to tell anybody, you know, oh, look what I done, because I didn't do nothing but just get daggum lucky if I end up shooting one. Matter of fact, my hopes are so low, to be honest, that I was kind of thinking, I hope a little scrub don't come down through here and tempt me to kill him, because I might be so happy to shoot him, I'm tempted to push his safety off. But we'll just see what happens. I am glad to be here, you know, and like I said, the terrain, I was looking at OnX. It's like they don't have any water in it, but there's a slough northeast of here. But like I said, it's kind of open right here where I'm at, and it gets real thick right here, and then it's kind of open down through here. The terrain looks good. Looks like, man, if bucks were moving, this would be a good place to sit and wait on one to come cruising. Just sit here and hope I see a deer, and if I do, I hope it's a good one, because I don't, man, if he looks decent, I don't know if I can keep myself from cutting him down, but I'm just feeling extra trigger happy. I don't know why, but and I got 2 tags. That's making me feel more trigger happy, because I keep thinking, you know, well, if you dust one and he ain't real big, you got another tag for the other season coming up. You know, where I really love to hunt, but we'll see. But we'll see what happens. Josh actually sent me a pin to the place where I was telling you he scouted recently that I'd never been in there. He just sent me a pin to it, and he knows my direction. I can get lost in my yard just about, but in a vehicle or on foot, like in the reserve, it doesn't matter. I tend to get lost and have a terrible sense of direction. But he sent me an Onyx pin and told me he drew a map on there all the way out to the highway so I can get to the parking lot. And then he drew me another map. From the parking lot to the pin. So thank you, Josh. You're a good friend. So anyway, I'll be back with y'all. If anything happens, I'll try to get it on video. But if he's got any largeness to him whatsoever, I might do just that. Try to get him on video and not end up getting him on video. I'll get him on video if I kill him, but man, we'll see. Thank y'all for watching. Hang in there. Hang in with me. If I hit him, it was a bad shot. I'll get down before it's 4 o'clock. I shot him at like straight up 4 o'clock. I don't know where that deer came from. I was on the phone with my wife. Dadgummit. He had his tail down when he was running, but he went out there, looked like he was stopping, but get out and see if I can see anything. I guess he was just feeding. When I seen him, he was walking. I just got off on my wife. Dadgummit. Anyway, I turned around and looked, and I seen that sucker walking. I couldn't believe what I seen. I couldn't believe what I was looking at. It It wasn't a bad deer. It wasn't a huge deer, but it wasn't a bad deer. But he was going away from me. I started turning the big camera on, turn around, but I guess he was feeding. I seen him, and then I didn't see him no more for a long time. Or about probably a minute, and I didn't know if I should get the camera and try to get it around there, get it on him. And I kept looking. I'm like, man, I know I seen a deer plain as day. And I seen his horns. He was coming out behind a tree. I should have sat down and propped up and shot him left-handed, but I free-handed him. I think I hit him kind of back and low. I know this sounds like I'm a terrible deer hunter, but oh no, maybe we'll come out good, but I want to get down and see if I can get on his trail at all. I don't want to bump him, but I want to see if I can mark something before dark. Get down and see what happened. Usually when I shoot a deer with a gun, I mean, that's it, but I've been humbled this evening. I shot, so I couldn't even get it together to say what had happened. I'd had a deer completely catch me off guard. I don't know where he's coming from. He was almost on my four-wheeler. I wasn't expecting to see anything on that side. And then I turned the GoPro on because I thought about that. Then I was gonna wait and see where he was, what he was doing, and then go from there on what I did next with the big camera. And I think he was a 3.5-year-old deer. I don't know, it was a rack bull, like an 8-point, but the next time I saw him, then I lost him. The next time I saw him, he was further away in some thick stuff. I fooled around with this rifle. It's a really light gun anyway. I'm not gonna get into excuses, but I usually don't hunt with it, but I was hunting with it this evening. I shot the deer, I thought far back and low. He ran by me, I shot again. I know I hit him at least one time. I think I hit him the first time, maybe both times. And I looked and looked and looked, couldn't find no blood, and I was about to leave and give up because I know what else to do. And then I found some blood and some hunks on the ground, maybe liver, I don't know. But supposed to trail on a leash on public land and not supposed to carry a gun. So we're going in with a knife and a dog on a leash, and he's ready to go. We'll be back with you in the forest. Yeah, all right, we got him. He was not that far. Man, I don't even know what to say, but he sure wasn't far. When he was in here dead when I left him. And I found a little bit of blood in one spot, and we just backtracked him when we found him. There was so much blood here that we backtracked him. And there's like a 20-yard gap in the blood in between where we backtracked. It's everywhere, and it stops, and then about 20 yards from there is where I found the other blood before dark. And I just couldn't find no more. But man, this cur dog like to have well, there was no way to film it because it dang near took me and Alan to hold him. This joker was trailing, son. And we thought he done lost his mind. We kept pulling him off of it and pulling him off of where he wanted to go. And finally we just run, and next thing I know, we was running through blood. And I seen it, and about the time I said, well, here's blood right here, Alan said, oh, here he is right here. And Bill went to gnawing on him, and he is, oh, I hit him far back. I don't know. I mean, like I told y'all, he was kind of walking away. And I only saw a side profile of him twice. I figured he was about a 3.5-year-old deer. He's 100% a 2.5-year-old deer, but he's a nice 8-point on public land in Louisiana. I mean, I won't sit here and say I'm just an advocate for killing 2-year-old deer and try to do it all the time, but I sure killed one this evening, and you ain't gonna hear me complaining about it.
We only have a short window to kill them in too.
That's right.
There with a gun.
That's right. But man, I tell you what, I do love it because it's so much more exciting to kill this deer on public land than it would be. I'd take this over killing a better deer than this on private land. I mean, I'm just being honest. People may think I'm crazy, and I ain't trying to sound ungrateful for always being able to hunt private land, but man, these deer, I'll just be 100% transparent that I think he was a little better deer than this. Yeah, probably. Or no, I know. I mean, probably. I thought he was a little better deer. But I ain't disappointed. I'm disappointed where I shot him, if you know anything about that. Because now we got a fool with him. But proud of my dog. It's almost 9 o'clock at night, and here we sit.
At least we had us a cold front.
Yeah, right. Here we sit with a 2.5-year-old dead 8-point. But the only drawback, if I had one in this whole thing, is I'm down to 1 buck tag now going into my favorite public land coming up next weekend.